We want to welcome everyone to Boulder Creek today. We are honoring our 7 seniors and their parents as it is their last regular season game here at Boulder Creek. Here are some words from Coach Mack. I want to personally thank all of our seniors for your time and commitment to Boulder Creek baseball. It has been an honor and a privilege to be your coach over the years. We have had a great time together, and I am personally thankful to be here today for Senior Day to enjoy this game with each of you. I cannot tell you how proud I am of each and every one of you and all that you have accomplished. I also want to thank all of the parents of our seniors for your support and your sons throughout this year and their high school career. Today you will get to play on this field for the last time as a Boulder Creek baseball player. I wish all of you the best of luck in your last home game today and in the future. Remember, I am always here for each of you. Our first senior we would like to recognize this afternoon, number 19, Zane Bandelier, and his parents, Rob and Sherry Bandelier. His favorite memory is sweeping O'Connor. Zane would like to thank his mom and dad, Robbie, coaches, and his Lord and Savior, Jesus. Number 11, Easton Buckley, and his parents, Doug and Nina Buckley. His favorite memory is hitting a grand slam during the Coach Bob tournament this year. Easton would like to thank his family for supporting him through everything. Number 3, Cody Hopper, and his parents, William and Andrea Hopper. His favorite memory is sweeping O'Connor. Cody would like to thank his parents for all they have done for him and to teaching him to be the person he is today, as well as the coaches, especially Coach Mack, for all they have taught him over the past 4 years. Number 10, Tyler Larson, and his mom, Tara Larson. His favorite memory was going 3 for 4 at Chase Field and then hitting a walk-off ground rule double to finish the game in the 10th inning at Boulder Creek the following week. Tyler would like to thank all of his coaches and parents for giving him the opportunity to play the game that he really loves, for shaping him into the person that he is today. Number 1, Brian Levine, and his parents, Gary and Julie Levine. His favorite memory is sweeping O'Connor. Ryan would like to thank his parents for putting so much time and effort into making him a better ball player and person, spending countless hours always at my games and always cheering me on. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Brian would like also to thank the coaches for pushing him and truly believing in him while doing what they can to make sure that I play at my full potential and teaching me valuable lifelong lessons along the way. Thanks, coaches. Number 18, Troy Osterode, and his parents, Jeff and Robin Osterode, along with his grandma, Dorothy Birch. His favorite memory is sweeping O'Connor his sophomore year, then having a night to remember with the team after. Troy would like to thank his mother and father for always being there for him throughout everything, and also Coach Mack for always believing in him over all these years. And number 7, Mitchell Allen, and his parents, Jay and Diane Allen. His favorite memory is when his best friend, Zach, and I both hit home runs during this year's Chaparral game and celebrated like crazy with our turkey bump handshake. Mitch would like to thank God for letting him be on a baseball diamond every day of his life and being right there with him day in and day out as he gets to play the game that he truly loves. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our seniors. To honor all of our parents of our seniors today, the parents will be throwing out the first pitch to their son. And BC Baseball, each will receive a BC Baseball signed by the seniors as a gift to their parents. Are we ready? Come on, guys, you know what to do. Come on. All right, parents, are you ready? Let's throw out the first pitch. We got a couple of, we need to sign up out there. Nice job, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, seniors and the parents. Let's continue with our afternoon baseball game. Thank you so much.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Boulder Creek High School. In Anthem, Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network and its play-by-play coverage of Boulder Creek Jaguars varsity baseball underway in the regular season finale for Boulder Creek. And the Jaguars at home on Senior Day as they play host to the Deer Valley Skyhawks. And we are underway here in the top of the first inning. Tucker Heyman leads off for Deer Valley, and he's up there with a count of 1 and 2 strikes. The Skyhawks out of playoff contention in Division II baseball, the number 41 seed, as Heyman is out on strikes for the first out of the ball game. It'll bring up the second baseman, Wes Heyman. But Deer Valley 10-17 overall, 5-12 in PowerPoint games. And for Boulder Creek, 20 wins and 18 losses on the season. They are 8-10 in PowerPoints, and they are number 18 in Division I baseball. And a fastball to Heyman over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Jaguars have struggled lately, just one win in their last 6 ball games, and that win came on the completion of the suspended game against Coconino that took place at Chase Field a couple of weeks back. The next pitch fouled first base side, might be playable over there, and in foul territory the catch made, and that's out number 2. So Tucker Heyman, the leadoff hitter in center field. Wes Heyman batting second and playing second. Then Lucas Wyant is the DH, and he bats for the pitcher Eli Elliott. Chad Julius bats fourth and plays left field as Brian Levine gets the start today for Boulder Creek. The right-hander 2-2 on the season, and he gets the first pitch. Yeah, I guess it's going to miss a little bit in, ball 1. Dakota Nordine will bat fifth for Deer Valley and play shortstop. David Pavlich at first base is sixth. That ball yanked down the right field side, but I think that's going to be foul when it is just. And so a long strike, and Wyant will return to the plate. I mentioned Pavlich then batting sixth. Nick Chavez will bat seventh and work behind the plate. Hitting eighth is the third baseman C.J. Shepard. Then Zach Mann in right field bats ninth. The defensive alignment for the Jaguars, it's Mitchell Allen in left field, Eddie Dubkowski in center field, Tyler Larson plays right. And a ball spoiled foul and out of play on the left side of the count 1-2. Jaguar infield, Daniel Carrizosa at third base, Kobe Boulware the shortstop, Zach Baptist at second, Cody Hopper at first, and Cutter Kitson behind the plate. There's a hard hit ground ball up the middle and into center field.
And we have a first runner at first base for the Skyhawks.
And the Skyhawks with a 2-out base hit sends Wyant to first, and the batter is Chad Julius. Wyant 3 for 3 on steals on the season, and we'll see if Deer Valley wants to test Cutter Kitson early. Easy toss over and the runner back. Just getting settled in here, top of the first inning, regular season finale for both squads. And a breaking ball over the inside corner, a strike to Julius, and it's 0-1. And on the fifth, that one fouled off and just out of play.
Nice catch.
No balls, 2 strikes on Chad Julius, the Skyhawk left fielder. And here's Levine ready. And he goes with a breaking ball low and away, and it's down in the dirt. So Kitson will pick up and fire to first base. And that will end the inning. A strikeout and a 2-3 put out as Levine strikes out 2 in the top of the first inning. And the Skyhawks manage 1 hit, but they leave 1. And after a half inning of play, Deer Valley nothing. Boulder Creek coming up. Kobe Boulware in to lead it off for Boulder Creek, and he's not wasting any time. Laces a shot into right field, a base hit, and Boulder Creek's got their lead-off hitter aboard. Boulware with a sharp single to right. That'll bring up the second baseman, Zach Baptist. So Boulware leads off, then Baptist bats second, Mitchell Allen third in left field, then Brian Levine, the pitcher, bats fourth. Hitting fifth is the right fielder, Tyler Larson. Daniel Carrizosa will bat sixth and play third base. Hitting seventh and playing center field is Eddie Dubkowski. As they pitch to Baptist over 4 strikes. Zine Bandelier is the DH, and he bats for the catcher Cutter Kitson. It's Bandelier batting 8th. And then Cody Hopper, the first baseman, bats 9th. Easy toss over to first and the runner back, and it's a good idea to keep an eye on Kobe Boulware. 19 steals in 23 attempts on the season for the Jaguar shortstop. Eli Elliott, a freshman, starts today, and a fly ball into right field. Man over there and makes the catch near the foul line. And one away for Mitchell Allen. And we'll get you the defensive alignment for Deer Valley. It's Julius in left, Tucker Heyman in center, Mann in right, Shepard at third, Nordine the shortstop, Wes Heyman plays second, Pavlich in first, and Chavez works behind the plate, catching Eli Elliott. I got to mention Elliott, a freshman, 3-6 on the season. As the runner takes off, the pitch misses, and the throw tails to the first base side of the bag. And Boulware with the steal. Now the numbers we've got for both teams, 1 game shy of the full complement. So Boulder Creek stats are 30 through 37 of 38 games. Deer Valley stats through 26 out of 27. And the pitch to Allen misses for a ball, and it's 2-0. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the first inning, and no score from Boulder Creek. Senior day for the Jaguars, and also the final regular season game for both teams. High pop up, first base side. Pavlich over near the fence and can't get it. He reached over the railing in front of the Boulder Creek dugout and could not bring it in. So now 2 balls and a strike on Mitchell Allen. Trying to get Boulder Creek on the board in the bottom of the first inning after Deer Valley got a 2-out single, but the runner was left at first after a strikeout into the inning. And the 2-1 pitch, breaking ball off the end of the bat. That'll dump over the first baseman Pavlich's head and into right field. Runner will be held at third base. And now the throw goes to second. It short hops, goes into center field, and that'll get a run in. Boy, Mitchell Allen really forced the issue there for Boulder Creek as he got around first base. Started to take off as he thought the ball was going to go through to home, but Pavlich cut it off. Looked like Allen might be in trouble. The throw goes to second base, but it short hops Nordine and goes into center field. So I think that should go as an E3, and it'll bring in a run and send Allen to third base. So the Jaguars on the board, leading 1-0 in the bottom of the first, and the batter Brian Levine. And Levine with the line drive. Caught over at third base by Shepard, and that is out number 2.
Next to the plate, number 10, Tyler Larson.
That brings up the right fielder Tyler Larson as he bats with Allen at third base and 2 away in the Boulder Creek first inning. Jaguars on the board, though, as Boulware singled and stole second. Moved to third on Allen's single into shallow right and scored on a throwing error. The first pitch to Larson, a breaking ball, bounced in, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, and there's a line drive, and that's down the left field line, a base hit. That'll bring in a run, and it's going to be extra bases. Larson on his way to second base, and he pulls in with an RBI double, and Boulder Creek leads 2-0.
Third baseman number 15, Daniel Carrizosa.
Now Daniel Carrizosa, the third baseman, he'll have a chance to extend the inning for the Jaguars. And Boulder Creek with a ground ball up the middle, and they're going to wave the runner around from third base. The throw to the middle of the diamond and all the way through, and it's an RBI single for Daniel Carrizosa, and it's 3-0 Boulder Creek.
Coming to the plate, center fielder number 4, Eddie Dubkowski.
Yeah, that brings up the center fielder Eddie Dubkowski with Carrizosa at first and 2 away. It's a 3-run bottom of the first inning for Boulder Creek. Jaguars up 3-0 as they look to get back in the win column and try to work on a little momentum going into the first round of the Division I Baseball State Playoffs that will begin on Saturday. More than likely, the Jaguars will host, I beg your pardon, they will more than likely be on the road, but again, it depends on how things play out. It's a 24-team state tournament for Division I baseball. The top 8 teams earn a first-round bye. Runners go, and the ball driven into left field. Carrizosa going to try for third base. The throw is cut off. And Boulder Creek is keeping the foot on the gas here in the bottom of the first inning. 5th hit of the inning as Dubkowski's single to left pushes Carrizosa to third base. And so the runners are at the corners with 2 outs for Zane Bandelier. But it will be seeds 9 through 16 hosting seeds 17 through 24. And of course that's in reverse order, so seed number 9 will host 24, 10 host 23, and so on, as Bandelier takes a strike. And so Boulder Creek right on that cusp there. 16, seed number 16 would host number 17. Boulder Creek currently at number 18, today the final day of the regular season. So it'll be interesting to see if they can creep back up. Probably not this late in the season, just the 1 day left. As the runner from first base goes, nobody in the middle covers the bag, and that'll bring in another run. So a breakdown there for Deer Valley as Dubkowski steals second, and then we'll have to call it a throwing error on the catcher Chavez. And not really his fault, but it gets charged to Chavez. Second error of the inning. Another run in to make it 4-0 Jaguars. And the next pitch is outside, and they count 2-1. 2 outs in the inning. 3 straight base hits for the Jaguars after 2 are out. And again, 5 hits overall in the inning for Boulder Creek. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Elliott, and that will miss for a ball. Plate umpire flinched there, thought he might come up with a called strike, but instead it's ball 3, 3-1. And Elliott's pitch, that's punched into right field. That will fall for a base hit, and Dubkowski will come around to score. It's an RBI single for Zane Bandelier. And it is a 5-run first inning for Boulder Creek. And the batter will be Cody Hopper, but first a timeout from the Deer Valley dugout. Playing in the bottom of the first, 5-0 Jaguars. Cody Hopper, the number 9 hitter in the order for Boulder Creek at the plate, takes strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch, and a grounder foul outside of third base, and the count 0-2. Hopper, the first baseman, back in there and ready to go as Eli Elliott looks in for his sign, now sets. And a ball foul to the backstop. And Elliott's next one, a swing and a miss with a runner going, and Hopper strikes out to end the inning, but a fantastic first for Boulder Creek as the Jaguars score 5 times on 6 base hits. There were 2 errors in the inning and 1 runner left on after a half inning of play. Boulder Creek 5 and Deer Valley nothing. Cutter Nordine leads off for the Skyhawks and takes strike 1. And that ball pulled over on the right side and into right field for a base hit. So a leadoff single gets things started for Deer Valley here in the second inning. It'll bring up David Pavlich. Pavlich, the first baseman, ready for Deer Valley. Brian Levine, I mentioned 2-2 on the season as a throw goes to first and a runner back. Nordine just 0 for 1 in steals on the season. And that pitch over the outer half of the plate for a strike, and it's 0-1. But Levine 2-2 on the season with a 3.46 earned run average. He's made 10 appearances and tossed 28 1/3 innings for the Jaguars. He's allowed 27 hits, 22 walks. He struck out 21. A swing and a miss for a strike, and it's 0-2. And a breaking ball popped up first base side, and that's going to get out of play. Leadoff hitter aboard at first base. In the top of the second inning, Deer Valley trailing Boulder Creek 5-0. And that ball fouled off on the right side. Will stay 0-2. Another throw over to first, and again the runner dives back to the bag. I mentioned the Jaguars' struggles of late. There's a swing and a miss, and Pavlich is out on strikes. First out of the inning, strikeout number 3 for Brian Levine. And he will face Nick Chavez, the catcher. But Deer Valley with struggles of their own. They had a modest back-to-back winning streak a couple of weeks ago. They have since lost 6 in a row. Trying to end their season on a high note, but it's off to a tough start here in this one against Boulder Creek as Chavez takes a breaking ball low and away, ball 1. 5-0 Jaguars as the Skyhawks bat on the top of the second inning. And there's a ground ball rolled out to Boulware, to Baptist for an out, on to first, and down with the tag. The ball came out. So safe at first. 6-4 on the force at second base. Chavez aboard on what becomes a fielder's choice. Throw for Baptist off the mark. Hopper went up high to get it and applied the tag on the runner going by, but he couldn't hang onto the ball. And so Chavez safe at first base. He comes off for a courtesy runner. Dominic Vest is on to run for the Skyhawks at first base, and the batter will be C.J. Shepard. And the first pitch low and away, ball 1. So a runner at first, but now 2 away in the inning. Skyhawks down 5-0, batting in the top of the second. Pitch misses outside, going to throw it down to first base and the runner back. Well, tip of the cap to Boulder Creek. Again, it's a senior day. And still able to get the first pitch across right at 3:45. A lot of times, and it's even with the careful planning and all that, as that pitch is low and in 3-0. Still, a lot of times for all sports, all levels, end up seeing the start time delayed by a couple of minutes as they go through things. And taken all the way is Shepard, and he takes a 3-0 pitch down the middle, strike one. And 3 balls and 1 strike on Shepard. Zach Mann next for Deer Valley. Yeah, swing and a miss, and it's 3-2.
Come on, CJ, you got this!
So the runner from first base, Vest, will take off with the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And the runner goes, and the 3-2 waved out and missed late there. Shepard maybe couldn't make up his mind, and he strikes out. Second strikeout of the inning, 4th of the ball game for Levine. And nothing doing for the Skyhawks in the second. No runs on 1 hit, and 1 runner left on after an inning and a half. Still 5-0 Jaguars. And back to the top of the order. Boulware with a ground ball over toward third. Picked up there, and a throw on to first base is in time. 1 pitch and 1 out as Shepard throws out Boulware for the first out of the Jaguars' second inning. It'll bring up the second baseman, Zach Baptist. And again, these stats are through 37 games, but Baptist at that point batting .377, 6 doubles, 8 triples, and a home run, and 24 RBI. He hit a fly ball out to right field his first time up and takes away for ball 1 from Eli Elliott. And a ball down the left field side, but foul, and the count goes to 1-1. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Deer Valley, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Boulder Creek. The 1-1 pitch. And a ground ball rolled out to Nordine, the shortstop. He's got it, throws low, but picked down at first base by Pavlich, 2 away.
Now for the Jaguars, to the plate, left fielder, Mitchell Allen.
So much better start to the inning, at least from a Deer Valley standpoint. First 2 hitters retired, but now they'll have to go after a very tough out. Mitchell Allen batting .480, 18 doubles, 6 home runs, and 44 RBI. All of those numbers leading the squad. And he had a base hit and scored his first time up. Big swing and a miss there, trying to put the Jaguars on the board with 1 swing of the bat. And gets under this one, lifts it over to the right side. Wes Heyman, the second baseman, calling for it. Pavlich calls him off. A little better angle because of the sun. And after scoring 5 in the first inning, Boulder Creek goes up and down in order in the second. And after 2, they lead 5-0. Nine, 1, and 2 in the order for Deer Valley in the top of the third inning as Zach Mann leads off and takes low and away ball 1. Next one fouled into, well, just down the right field line there. I thought that was going to get out of play. Ended up that Hopper, I don't know that he had much of a chance at it, but a long run over there. And it did bounce in foul territory and not all the way out of play, but again, would have been a tough play. Now fastball misses high, and the count's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, and on the hands, and popped up, and this will be playable for the first baseman, Hopper. He's there in foul territory, and that is out number 1.
Center fielder Tucker Heyman.
And back to the top of the order for Tucker Heyman, the center fielder. He was called out on strikes his first time up. breaking ball, waved out and missed, strike one. Heyman through 26 games for the Skyhawks, hitting .305 with a double, 2 triples, and 12 RBI. And a fastball over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Drops down and pitch inside, fouled off by Heyman. 1 out, base is empty, top of the third. Deer Valley trailing Boulder Creek by a score of 5-0. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that pitch just off the plate, 2-2. Another one fouled off, still 2-2. And the 2-2. And a line drive into center field, and that falls in front of Dubkowski for a base hit. Third hit of the ball game for Deer Valley. And the batter is Wes Heyman. Heyman popped down in foul territory to Hopper in the first inning. Through 26 games, batting .315, 4 doubles, and 10 RBI. Showing bunt, pitch misses, throw it down to first, and safe. The call at first as Tucker Heyman just able to get back. And a fastball misses outside, and it's 2-0. 1 on, 1 out, top of the third inning. Deer Valley trailing Boulder Creek by a score 5-0. Quick turn and a toss over to first, but the runner back. And Levine gets in the hands of Wes Heyman. It's a pop-up behind the bag at second. And caught by Boulware, the shortstop, 2 away.
To the plate is number 33, the DH today, Lucas White.
Now Lucas Wyant, the DH, he had a base hit back in the first inning. And he's had big numbers for the Skyhawks, batting .480. 10 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, and 22 RBI. And he takes a breaking ball for strike one from Levine. And a breaking ball bounced in there, and they count 1-1, blocked by Kitson. Throw it over to first again, and the runner back. Tucker Heyman on at first for the Skyhawks. 11 stolen bases on the season in 12 tries. High pop-up in foul territory. And Levine, the pitcher, over to make the play, and that ends the inning as Wyant fouls out. And the side retired, a 1-out base hit, runner left at first. And Deer Valley's not had a runner past first base in 3 innings. After 2.5, they still trail 5-0. Middle third of the order for Boulder Creek. Brian Levine going after the first pitch and lines that one down the left field line, just inside the chalk line. And it's a leadoff double for Boulder Creek. 7th hit of the day for the Jaguars, their second extra base hit, as Tyler Larson, who comes to the plate now, had an RBI double his first time up. Levine through 37 games, .343 hitter, so that's at least double number 7. He had 6 through 37 games, 2 triples, 6 RBI. For Larson, a .342 hitter. he takes a curveball for strike one. Larson through the 37 games, 10 doubles, a triple, and a homer, and 18 knocked in. So he's added at least his 11th double and at least his 19th RBI after the at-bat in the first inning. The one-strike pitch popped up and out of play on the first base side. Nothing in 2 on Larson. Daniel Carrizosa next for Boulder Creek. Jaguars got all 5 runs in the bottom of the first inning, then went 3 up and 3 down in the bottom of the second. Good start here in the third with a leadoff double. And the 0-2 waits on it, drives it down the right field line, but foul. Eli Elliott, the starter for Deer Valley. I mentioned a freshman. And record of 3 wins and 6 losses. An earned run average of 4.39. He's got a couple of saves for the Skyhawks on the year, so he saved 2 of their 10 wins. He's made 15 appearances and thrown 36 and 2/3 innings. So breaking ball misses outside on the count 1-2. Look back to second base. And the 1-2, and that hits him. Came way inside there and hits Tyler Larson. That's one number that's interesting for Elliott. In 36 and 2/3 innings pitched, he had hit 10 batters. And hits another one here in the Boulder Creek third inning. And now 2 aboard with nobody out for Daniel Carrizosa, who came in batting .366. 4 doubles, a triple, and 11 RBI, and he's got an RBI single from back in the first inning. And that ball punched into center field for a base hit for Carrizosa. Runner will be held at third base, and so that loads him up for Boulder Creek in the bottom of the third. Carrizosa with his second hit and base hit number 8 on the day for Boulder Creek. And it brings up Eddie Dubkowski. Dubkowski with a single and a run scored back in the first inning. Came in batting .310 with 3 doubles and 11 RBI. Bases loaded and nobody out to start the inning for the Jaguars. The first one lowered away, ball 1 to Eddie Dubkowski. And that ball lined out of play on the first base side. It's 1-1. Jaguars with the 5-0 lead. Deer Valley brings the infield in with the bases loaded and no one out. The 1-1. Way outside. It trickles away, but Levine didn't take a chance. That's one of the harder ones to run on if you're at third base. If that ball deflects toward the first base dugout, especially in that angle. It's better on a ball that goes straight back or toward the third base dugout. The runner at third can gauge it better. Another one fouled out of play, and the count 2-2. Levine with a double to lead off the inning. Larson was hit by a pitch, and then Carrizosa singled into center field to load him up. And the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, low and away. Stopped there by Chavez to prevent a run. Now the count goes to 3-2 and nowhere to put Dubkowski with the bases loaded. Zane Bandelier will be next for Boulder Creek. Elliott with a 3-2, nowhere close. As that bounces in, it's ball 4, and that walks in a run.
Next up to bat, number 19, Zane Bandelier.
First walk given up by Elliott, but it comes at a tough time with the bases full. So Dubkowski with an RBI, a timeout from the Deer Valley dugout. It's 6-0 Boulder Creek. And a pitching change for Deer Valley. In the bottom of the third inning, Jason Clubberdans starts Zane Bandelier off with strike one. So Eli Elliott out of the ballgame with that, recording it out in the second. The next pitch bounced in there, and they count 1-1. Clubberdans 1-0 on the year, an ERA of 4.57, 14 appearances, 15 and a third innings pitched, 17 hits allowed. He's walked 10, and he struck out 8. The 1-1 pitch, and a slow ground ball. Going to go home for the first out. That's all they're going to get, but good play there for Shepard to field a ground ball and throw to Chavez at the plate to retire Larson. Carazell sits at third, Dubkowski at second, and Bandelier aboard on a fielder's choice. So still the bases loaded, now 1 out. And the batter is Cody Hopper. And a swing and a foul ball, strike one. Here comes the 1-strike pitch. That's bounced in and blocked by Chavez, and it's 1-1. Now 2 balls and a strike. Carrizosa at third, Dubkowski at second, and Bandelier aboard at first base. A run in for the Jaguars, and they lead 6-0. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And a fly ball to left field. Runner from third base will tag. It's caught by Julius. His throw will go to third base, and another run is in. It's 7-0 Boulder Creek on a sacrifice fly from Cody Hopper. Now 2 away in the inning, but 2 runs in. And it's back to the top of the order for Kobe Boulware. Dubkowski still at second, Bandelier at first. Boulware batting .409, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 12 RBI, and he takes ball 1. We missed a couple of the players at the bottom of the order. We'll get some of those as we get back through another time. Extra look to second, the 1-0 pitch. And that's a liner and into right field. And that's down for a hit. Not quite able to cut it off there, the right fielder. A run is in as Boulware stops at second base with an RBI double. So the double scores Dubkowski. Going from first to third is Bandelier, and now Boulware at second. Another run in makes it 8-0 Boulder Creek, and the batter is Zach Baptist. And a high pop-up in foul territory, maybe a play, and no, it gets just out of play. Chavez gave chase, but ran out of room. Baptist 0 for 2 today, a fly out and a ground out. Trying to cash in another couple of runners in scoring position for the Jaguars. They've already scored 3 times in the third to follow up a 5-run first. And a big curveball is high, and they count 1-1. Now they set in the 1-1 pitch. And that misses for a ball, 2-1. And a 2-1 pitch. That's over the outside corner, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. There's a liner into left center field, and that will get a couple of runs home. Over to get it, Tucker Heyman, but pulling in at second base is back Zach Baptist with a 2-run double, and it's 10-0. And Mitchell Allen, but first a timeout. Playing in the bottom of the third, 10-0 Boulder Creek. Dance faces Mitchell Allen in the first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch bounced in, and it's 2-0. Check back to second, and the pitch. And that's fouled out of play, and it's 2-1. And that is crushed into left center field. Baptist around to score as the ball goes all the way to the fence. Allen into second base with his second base hit. Another double, at least 19 now for Allen, and another RBI, at least 45. The batter, Brian Levine, another timeout out of the Deer Valley dugout, and that's going to be it for Clover Dance. And it's 11-0. Jaguars bat around in the third, and the inning continues as Dominic Vest is on to pitch, facing Brian Levine, who led off this inning with a double. Vest 0-1 with an ERA over 14. That pitch misses for a ball, and it's 2-0. 6 appearances for Vest, a freshman pitcher outfielder, 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits allowed, 8 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And that misses for a ball, and it's 3-0. Deer Valley played yesterday in Flagstaff against Coconino. Dropped that game by 10 runs, 12-2 I think was the final. The pitch a strike, and it's 3-1. And the next one low and in, and that's ball 4. And the inning continues for the Jaguars. It'll bring up Tyler Larson. You can close the book on the starter for Deer Valley, Eli Elliott. He goes 2+ innings. Again, he did not record an out in this third rather, as he faced 4 hitters. But 8 hits allowed, 9 runs all earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter. Ball fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. And a pitch inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. First and second. With 2 outs in the inning, Boulder Creek has scored 6 times and leads 11-0. And a ball off the end of the bat to ground it out to the new second baseman, Evan McKinney. He'll flip to the new shortstop, Tucker Heyman, and that will end the Boulder Creek third. But they send 11 to the plate, scoring 6 times, and after 3 they lead 11-0. Couple of changes as we start the 4th inning. Joey Damone in to bat for Deer Valley, and he faces a new Boulder Creek pitcher as Easton Buckley is on to pitch the 4th. Count of a ball and a strike. Damone just 1 for 20 on the year with 4 RBI. And next one outside, 2 balls and a strike. Buckley 0-1 on the season. A double-digit ERA as he's had just 6 appearances, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed. Had a little trouble with the command, 14 walks and 5 strikeouts. And a ground ball over to the shortstop. High throw and tag applied at first base. Damone did everything he could to avoid the tag, but Bulwers throw a little bit off the mark. Hopper off the bag to make the catch and is able to tag Damone going by. Another new hitter for the Skyhawks as Easton Palomino will bat. Palomino actually came in during the last pitching change and took over in center field. We didn't get a chance to get through those changes. Talked about a couple of them because of that ground ball that ended the inning. But Palomino took over in center. So now he's going to roll one out to the shortstop Boulware. And this time the throw on the money to first base. And there's out number 2. Now David Pavlinch, who struck out his first time up. 283 hitter, 2 doubles, a triple, and 13 knocked in. First pitch over for a strike. So again, Palomino then took over in center field. That moved Tucker Heyman from shortstop, or for some center field to shortstop. And Evan McKinney also came in as the new second baseman. So ground ball up the middle, and that ball deflected. Throw to first base, not in time. Good effort there for both Boulware and Baptist as Kobe went a long way to his left, couldn't pick it up clean, but the ball deflected to Baptist, who got rid of it in a hurry and not able to get him over at first base. That'll be an infield hit for Pavlinch, and the batter is Nick Chavez. First pitch over for a strike. 2 outs and a runner at first in the top of the 4th inning. It's been all Boulder Creek to this point as the Jaguars lead the Skyhawks 11-0. Big break over at first base. And the pitch misses for a ball. That may be defensive indifference there as Pavlinch gets to second base. Pitch up and in, 2 balls and a strike. Another look back towards second, and the pitch. And a fly ball into right field. That's playable out there. And Larson puts it away for the final out in the Deer Valley 4th inning. No runs, another base hit, and another runner left on after 3.5. Deer Valley trails Boulder Creek 11-0. Troy Osterode goes after the first pitch, a pinch hitter, and he is aboard on an E4 as McKinney can't field the ground ball. And Osterode aboard. No batting record for Osterode, so I don't know if that's his first at-bat, maybe even his first plate appearance.
Now to bat, number 11, Easton Buckley.
Now the batter is Easton Buckley. Buckley 136 average, double RBI, a double and homer, and 4 RBI. First pitch up and in, ball one. Bottom of the fourth inning, Boulder Creek leading 11-0. They scored 5 in the first and 6 runs in the third. Final game of the regular season for both sides. The state tournament will start on Saturday for the Jaguars as that pitch is fouled off and it's 1-1. The way it stands right now, Boulder Creek will be on the road on Saturday. All of the first round games in Division I baseball scheduled for 11 a.m. on Saturday morning. Throw to first and the runner back. And the 1-1 inside corner, throw it down to first and the runner back. And a half swing, and Buckley is out on strikes. So that's the first out of the fourth inning. And the batter will be Zane Bandelier. First pitch over for a strike. They want to make a adjustment to Eli Elliott's line. I said 9 runs. It was actually 8 runs all earned. Next pitch up and in, and they count 1-1. Bandelier 1 for 2. And that pitch is inside and hits Bandelier. So he goes to first base.
Number 3, Cody Hopper.
Osterode to second, and with 2 aboard and 1 out, the batter is Cody Hopper, who had a sacrifice fly and an RBI his last time up. 11-0 our score in the bottom of the fourth inning. And first pitch outside for ball 1. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Deer Valley. 11 runs, I make it and 1 error for Deer Valley. They had 1 to start this fourth inning. And then for Boulder Creek, 11 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. And ball fouled out of play. Two balls and a strike to count on Cody Hopper. A pitch near the outside corner, a strike. And that pitch well off the plate, and it's 3-2. And a swing and a miss, and Hopper strikes out 2 away in the inning.
Out to bat, number 12, Austin Gates.
Pinch hitter is Austin Gates, hitting .250, a double and 3 RBI. Gates bats with 2 aboard and 2 outs. That first one slips out, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. That's low. 2 balls and no strikes. Look ahead to the Deer Valley fifth inning. They'll send up 8, 9, and 1 in the order, and they're going to need a couple of runs just to keep playing. Pitch off the plate. Again goes to 3-0. And that's ball 4. So Gates walks on 4 pitches to load the bases. And with 2 outs, the batter. And we're going to get another pinch hitter in. We're going to get a timeout. It looks like Maverick Williams will bat for Boulder Creek. Maverick Williams is in to pinch hit. And a new pitcher out there for Deer Valley, Lucas Wyand on. And a big curveball misses for ball 1. And a pitch over for a strike, and the count of 1-1. And a pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-2. I think that Wyand's had an appearance, so both teams senior day and all that, as Williams hit by a pitch. Last game of the season for Deer Valley, as they will not qualify for the playoffs, so they work on clearing out their bench as well. Yeah, Mitchell Allen bats with the bases loaded. Another run in makes it 12-0 Jaguars. And here's Wyand into the line, and the first pitch to Allen. Starts him off with a big curveball for strike 1. That pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. And that big curveball misses, 1-2. Wyand shaking off his side, and a big curveball and a high fly ball into left field. Playable out there and put away for the final out of the inning. A run in for Boulder Creek, though, and after 4, they lead 12-0. 8, 9, and 1 in the order, and it's C.J. Shepard to lead it off for Deer Valley in the top of the 5th, and he takes ball 1. 12-0 our score as we play in the 5th inning. The 1-0 pitch, that's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Deer Valley's had 1 hit and left 1 runner on in each of the first 4 innings. Off the handle into right center field, and that's caught by Larson in right center, and that's out number 1.
Now up to bat, number 0, Zach Mann.
Now Zach Mann fouled out to the first baseman Hopper in the 3rd inning. And the first pitch on the way, and that's over but low, ball 1. And the next pitch misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Man, the number 9 hitter in the order. And the 2-0 pitch. Over for a strike, and it's 2-1. And another pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-2. Now 3 balls and no strikes. One out, base is empty in the top of the 5th inning. And a ground ball over to the right side. High hop, picked up there and fired to first base in time. Baptist throws out Zach Mann, and that's out number 2. So back to the top of the order for Tucker Heyman. First pitch a ball, next one over for a strike, and it's 1-1. And that ball fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 is a swing and a miss, and a strikeout will end the inning and the ball game. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Skyhawks in the 5th, and we go final as Boulder Creek beats Deer Valley by a final score of 12-0. Totals on the ball game: Deer Valley no runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, and 4 left. For Boulder Creek, 12 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and 6 runners left on base. The winning pitcher, and we'll leave it up to the stats, but since it goes 5 innings, it should go to Brian Levine, which would put him at 3-2 on the year. The loss goes to Deer Valley starter Eli Elliott. For the season, then, Deer Valley finishes up at 10-18 overall, and they finish their PowerPoints season with a record of 5 wins and 13 losses. Boulder Creek wins their 21st game of the season. They finish the regular year at 21-18, and they go to 9-10 in PowerPoint games. If in fact this was a PowerPoint game, I know 18 is typically the limit. Then you can appeal to play a 19th to help out another team fill out a schedule. So I don't know if that's for sure the case. But again, Boulder Creek will advance to the Division I baseball state playoffs. More than likely, they will be on the road on Saturday at 11 in the first round of the state playoffs. So that will do it. Thanks to Boulder Creek head coach Joe McDonald for having us out for a few games this year, and hope to be back with you for more in the future. And that will do it here on Senior Day for Boulder Creek as the Jaguars shut out Deer Valley. Once again, our final score is Boulder Creek 12 and Deer Valley nothing from Boulder Creek High School and Anthem. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we hope to talk to you again soon.